Okay, so welcome to the Story Song Podcast. My name is James.
My name is Chris.
My name's Claire.
Hello, Claire.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Little cheeky visit.
Where are you snuck in from?
Oh, at the bar.
Okay, so we'll stop teasing. We have a very special guest. We've got Claire here today. And you have brought a story song to the table, haven't you?
Well, yeah, something to listen to. I'm looking forward to listening to the songs. I don't think I've got one to present.
Well, you have. You have exactly, because you brought up a song, and I love your song choice. I'm so excited by this song choice. It's one of my personal favourite story songs, and I can't believe we haven't done this before.
Is it?
Yeah, it really is. I know all the lyrics to this song. I swear down.
Yeah, well, no, I heard you started, as soon as she mentioned it, you went,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tease the audience a little bit. Okay, it was released in 1971. And it was recorded by Mr. Benny Hill. Everyone remember Benny Hill?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not played anymore, though, is he?
No, but he's not part of the whole
He's not PC.
Jimmy Savile scandal.
No, of course.
Yeah, he's kind of. I think he's kind of well loved. Anyway,
well, a lot of his sketches. I mean, they were comedy, and of the time, it was
And I have to say, it reminds me of the Two Ronnies, reminds me of Mock and Wise. This is an amazing song,
funny man,
and it's called Ernie, the fastest milkman in the West.
Woo!
So, Claire, why did you choose this song for us?
It's just an interesting, silly, funny song that sort of sounds like a load of nonsense, to be honest.
But I tell you what, we have some
story.
rules. We're getting some rules together as we go along about what songs are story songs. How haven't we, Chris?
Yeah, yes.
And this is definitely a story song.
It's just, I can't remember it massively.
Okay.
So I'm excited because
There's
it's
a
sort of
milkman
new.
involved.
I'm excited.
You could hear the hoofbeats pound as they raced across the ground, and the clatter of the wheels as they spun round and round. And he galloped into Market Street, his badge upon his chest. His name was Ernie, and he drove the fastest milk cart in the West.
All right. Okay. So this is definitely a story song.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know what's going on. He's Ernie. He's a milkman.
So it's horse driven.
Yeah. Can I say
electric?
Can I say, Chris? Milk has a special place in my heart.
Really?
Yeah.
More so than blood.
Milk pumps through my heart. So when you were young, I imagine you had a milkman or milkwoman, let's be PC, who would deliver your milk for
She
you.
used to have to ring a bell before she was allowed to speak.
Did you get your milk delivered?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, I had somebody who collected our milk because I grew up on a dairy farm.
You grew up with staff.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember I helped you milk once at your farm.
Did you?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Yeah. I put the sucker things on the others, and
So this is a milk special, and I'm excited about it.
Now Ernie loved a widow, a lady known as Sue. She lived all alone in Lily Lane at number 22. They said she was too good for him. She was haughty, proud and chic. But Ernie got his cocoa there 3 times every week. They called him Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West.
Why do you like this song so much, Claire?
I think it's just a story. It's nice to have a long story, and it's slightly silly.
it's upbeat as well, isn't it?
Far-fetched.
It's fun,
Yeah, it's just fun.
and he puts the accent. Just
It's a
adds
nice
to it.
story.
It reminds me a little bit of Open All Hours as well. You know,
Yeah.
because he's after the girl. So we've got 2 characters now. We've got Ernie, who's a milkman, as we know.
And
and-
he's older as well.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Is something going on with him and Sue, by the way?
Yes, who lived all alone in Lily Lane at number 22.
So anyone whose milk's delivered after Sue may get it half an hour later?
Is he a sexual predator? She lives all alone at number 22, do you think?
A widow?
Think she's a bit worried about him popping
No.
that?
So 4 a.m, he's like forcing the door.
Yeah, because have you ever been stuck behind a milk cart? I'm not those electric.
Not recently, yeah, but you don't see it so much.
Flipping heck.
Nowadays, they're engined.
She said she'd like to bathe in milk. He said, all right, sweetheart. And when he'd finished work one night, he loaded up the cart. He said, you want it pasteurised, 'cause pasteurised is best. She says, Ernie, I'll be happy if it comes up to me chest. That tickled old Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie had a rival, a evil-looking man called Two-Ton Ted from Teddington, and he drove the baker's van. He tempted her with his treacle tarts and his tasty oatmeal bread, and when she seen the size of his hot meat pies, it very near turned her head. She nearly swooned at his macaroon, and he said, now, if you treat me right, you'll have hot rolls every morning and crumpets every night. He knew once she sampled his layer cake, he'd have his wicked way, and all Ernie had to offer was a pint of milk a day.
So, all right, so he's got a rival. Sexual rival.
What?
Let's carry on. What's sexual rival?
Well, he tempted her with his treacle tarts.
And his tasty wholemeal bread.
Mind you, treacle tarts.
Do you like treacle tarts? Do you?
It's warmed up with some ice cream, I reckon so.
What about evaporated milk?
Nah.
Well, it depends how it's made.
There's innuendo in this, isn't there? That's
I don't know. I think they're supposed to be.
What, when she seen the size of his hot meat pies? I think that's innuendo.
Nah.
It very near turned her head. Right, but this is early 70s. Everyone will be... Oh,
Yeah, they would.
hot meat pies! You know.
I mean, you could create some more innuendo if you put your mind to it, I reckon.
No, but it's a nice song as well.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
don't want to spoil
This
it
is
with-
like grannies
don't
wouldn't
wanna
like
make it
too
rude,
much
you want
innuendo.
Absolutely.
Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. One lunchtime, Ted saw Ernie's awesome cart outside her door.
So it's not going well for our hero, Ernie. Two-Ton Ted has got... He must be fat then. If he was called Two-Ton Ted, he's a fat guy.
Well,
No,
he might have a massive van. He might have a bigger van than Ernie. I mean, to be fair, we don't know that Two-Ton Ted. I mean, with you saying he's a saviour.
Well, let's imagine Ernie's diet: milk, yogurt, cheese.
I think because he's a milkman, he's not limited to eating
That's
purely
all.
dairy.
It drove him mad to find it was still there at 4:30. And as he leapt down from his van, off blood to his veins did course, and he went across to Ernie's cart, and he didn't half kick his horse.
I abhor animal cruelty in any form. Just saying about he kicks
can't
his
remember what's just happened.
he kicks his horse.
Yeah.
Do you don't care about that?
I didn't notice.
Whose name was Trigger. And he pulled the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie rushed out into the street, his gold top in his hand. He said, if you want to marry Susie, you fight for her like a man. Oh, why don't we play cards for her, he sneeringly replied. And just to make it interesting, we'll have a shilling on the side. Now Ernie dragged him from his van, and beneath the blazing sun, they stood there face to face, and Ted went for his bun. But Ernie was too quick, things didn't go the way Ted planned, and a strawberry-flavoured yoghurt sent it spinning from his hand. Now Susie ran between them and tried to keep them apart, and Ernie pushed her aside, and a rock cake caught him under his heart. And he looked up in pained surprise, and the concrete hardened crust of a stale pork pie caught him in the eye, and Ernie bit the dust.
Oh Lord! I think that was just amazing. That was like a gunfight at the OK Corral with dairy produce and bakery stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We had a yogurt flyer. We had a what finished him off?
A pork pie and pie. Stale pork pie. I mean, it's going to be hard, isn't it? A stale pork pie.
It really is.
Pork pie anyway. It's quite hefty, isn't it?
Do you like pork pies?
Not particularly, but imagine someone lobbed one of them at you.
Do you know,
Stale.
I like mini pork pies.
I'm not considering the fat and calories in them. I'd rather invest in other foods.
Go on.
Well, anything really, burger, whatever. You know, if you're gonna have something bad, because there's nothing good in a pork pie.
Poor Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Ernie was only 52. He didn't want to die. But now he's gone to make deliveries in that milk round in the sky, where the customers are angels and ferocious dogs are banned, and the milkman's life is full of fun in that fairy dairy land. But a woman's needs are manifold, and Sue, she married Ted.
What a cunt!
Wow.
Can I just
Seaboy.
say? Can I just say? Sue can fuck off now. After all that,
Well, he died. Well,
I know, but still.
she had nowhere else to go though, did
you
she?
think it's all right that Sue married Ted after all that?
Oh, these things happen, don't they?
Life
I think
moves on,
Ted was
Jane.
a rat, but
Oh my God.
Was he a rat? Well, what did he do?
I don't know.
Ted
He fancied Sue.
killed
Sniffing
Ernie
around,
for
wasn't
a
he?
start.
Sniffing around.
He's a murderer.
I don't think he... manslaughter.
But why is it manslaughter? He knew what he was doing with that pork pie.
Yeah, but he didn't... Yeah, well, I think he would get away with manslaughter.
And I thought...
With the pork
Sue
pie,
was
how
it.
did you... It's not a knife or a real... It's not a blunt instrument or a sharp instrument. It's literally a pork pie. If you threw a pork pie at someone and it happened to kill them, that might be more lenient than if you shot them in the face.
But strange things happened on their wedding night as they lay in their bed. Was that the trees a rustling, or the hinges of the gate? Or Ernie's ghostly gold tops a rattling in their crate? They won't forget Ernie.
Ernie!
And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West.
All right, well, thoughts about this song, Chris?
I liked it. It's good. It's well, it's sadder than I thought it was.
It really ticks our boxes, doesn't it?
Yeah, I liked it though. It's good. It's good.
Claire?
Yeah, it was a story. Yeah. Happy and sad, but yeah, I liked it.
Stories off and on?
Yeah.
It's one of my favourites. Okay, so because you chose it, Claire, that means we both get to mark it out of 10, and what we're going to do is share that mark between us. So we'll do an average.
So do we make her look away?
Not really. You just say your score and I'll say my score. I've written my score down. What's your score, Christopher? Out of 10.
So we're marking it on story.
Yeah.
Killing someone with a pork pie.
Go on then. What are you
so
giving
I think
it?
I'm going to go higher than... I think I might go 7.
Right. Well, I've given it a 9.
Ooh,
So that means your story song, thank you very much for joining us tonight, is 8.
Well done.
That puts it right up there, I think.
Higher than you. Have you achieved an 8 yet, Jane?
Doesn't really matter, does it?
Have you achieved an 8 yet, Jane?
I've achieved other things.
Great.